teach you guys my favorite variation. We may go over 2 different variations, and really, again, just for me, in Newaza, there are 3 ways you can win. You can pin, choke, or armbar. There are a bunch of throws you can do, but there are 3 out of the 4 ways on the mat. And I go all over the world. I go to all of these training camps, and we do 10 rounds of Tachiwaza Randori, and we do 3 rounds of Newaza Randori. So for me, and for my coaches, it's very clear. We should be good at what everyone else doesn't focus on. And nobody else in the world focuses on the mat quite like we do. So if you want to win, you young competitors out there, I suggest you spend a lot of time getting really good at transitioning into Newaza, because I won all of my matches at the Olympics with it, and it worked out well for me. Now, Judo. I'm going to start behind my opponent. My knee is I'm going to bring my foot through and shoot it all the way across. The foot closest to his bum. It's going to come all the way across, and I'm going to be pinching up. Okay? My head, I'm going to post on. At the same time that I'm posting on my head, my arm's coming through. The arm closest to his head. And I'm going to reach up as high as I can on my thigh. Now I'm already pulling on this. I've already got a lot of pressure on his arm, okay? From here, I'm going to bring my knee and my shin to the back of Manny's head, as high onto my hip as I can get it. Now this is the key to Judo right here. I don't just want to roll Manny over. If I do that, he can catch my leg. Yeah, and I'm not going to be able to get it over his head. If I don't get it over his head, I'm not going to have as much control. Ready? Go back. Okay. The key, once I cross my hip, I'm going to reach, I'm going to grab his far leg, or whatever leg I can get, and I'm going to use my bottom leg, and I'm going to pull him over and around my head. Now see this? See how he's up in the air? See how his head is off the mat? Once he gets to this position, I can bring my leg over. Okay? Shoot this leg all the way through, goes on my head, arm closest to the head comes through, grab my hip, knee comes down, I'm pushing pressure on his head with my shin, I fall to my hip, I'm applying pressure here, reaching across, grabbing his far leg, posting on this leg and pulling his legs over my head and getting his head off the mat. You guys see that? If he does a forward somersault, I'm doing it wrong. He should be coming around my head. Now, I bring my legs over, I can get the Judo. I have much more control here than if I'm stuck here. Okay? This is the key. This is the key. One more time. Leg closest to the bum shoots through. Arm comes through at the same time. I post on my head. Bring my other knee down on the back of his neck. Stick to the hip. Now it's very important. We keep it tight. We keep it right. I don't want my hand all the way down here. I'm not going to be able to control it. So I bring this up as high as I can get it. Pressure on the head. Grab the far leg. Lift and bring it over my head. See how my bottom leg is working? Pushing off. Now that his head is in the air, bring my leg over. This is the position we just did for our warm-up drill. Okay? Everybody get to this position, and then we'll go over ways to break the arm. Break the grip. Break the grip. The important part of this move is getting their head off the mat. That's where you have the control. But in order to get to that position, you have to do perfect practice makes perfect. So you need to do it the proper way. So when I'm coming in on Manny, I'm creating an angle. I'm shooting it all the way across. I'm posting on my head. Now you see that? I'm not over here. And I'm not over here. I'm creating an angle. And then I grab this and it's tight. This is pinching. Everything is tight. Everything is tight. I bring my knee back down on the back of his neck. Everything is tight. There's already pressure on Manny's arm. I sit to my hip. There's pressure here. I bring this up. There's pressure here. I grab the leg. You can grab the pants. You can grab the ankle. I like to grab up here. I pull him on top of me. You see that? You see his head? Perfect. keep everything, the closer I keep everything, the less likely there is to be scrambled.
That's why you're pulling them around and over your head.
I say around because you have to over-exaggerate or else no one will do it. So yeah, pull them up, around, and over your head. Bring their legs up over your head.
Also, once you get over, you readjust.
Once he's on his back? Once he's on his back, so I'm going to do it all the way, for real. I'm just going to show you exactly what it should look like. That's how long it should take. Once I'm to this position, there's already so much pressure on his arm. All I have to do is break this grip. He might have two hands on there. There are other ways I can get it out. But once we're here, this match is over. Or it better be, or else I'm dead. Here, here. But before we even do that, I want you guys to get the roll right. Any other questions?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Like when you're in the position, like you inserted your leg, and what if he leans forward? Like, do you still have a chance to do that? Can you do that?
Can you show me? I'll do duty to you. You do what you do. I don't mean it like that. I don't mean that. So I'm here and I'm here. That's fine. Yeah, really, realistically, the proper way to stop this technique, they're either going to hip in, yep, and when they do, they sit up, and when they sit up, instead of being here, you sneak your leg over, and you kick back. Or, if they're wicked smart, they grab your leg and they hook it. And when they do that, then it kind of sucks. But you have to be faster than them. Any other questions? Wow, you're just making me sweat. Work out in one. One more time. Yeah? 1, 2, 3. Yep. Step 1, leg comes across, post, head goes on the mat, arm comes through, grabs the pie on my hip. Step 2, knee comes to the back of the head, I sit to my hip, apply pressure. Readjust my hand, bring it up as high as I can. Apply pressure, grab the leg, move it up and across my body, get his head off the mat. As soon as his head comes off the mat, the other leg comes down, applies pressure, get to the wind. Okay, a couple more times each, and we'll go over break. Grip break. Thumb touch the mat. So their whole body was in the air. Now, finish it. Okay, there are a couple different ways to get this arm out. The first way, the easiest way, I'm going to attack the weakest point of his body. So I'm going to bring my hand down to his wrist, come up, grab my own gi, I'm going to pop it and fall towards his head. Okay? I'm here, I have pressure, he's got his own lapel. I come down, attack the wrist, grab my own gi, pop it, and fall towards the head. Okay, I'm not even trying and it just comes off. Alright, the second way we can break it is sometimes they're super locked up tight. I can't get that for whatever reason. So I like to do this way. So I take my hand, I bring it down on the wrist again, and I grab my thigh. I hook Manny's head. I post on the mat, and I hip in. Bring my hand down to the wrist, hook, grab my own leg, hook Manny's head, post on the mat, bring your hips up and in. Now this is a quick transition from here to here, okay? So just practice it gently if you're going to do it so you don't break anybody's arm. Last way, if they're really very tight, you can't get anything, for whatever reason, he's got both arms, this, that. This is very hard to break, obviously, if they're here. But I don't have to break it. I can go to a pin. So I'm going to bring my hand over my knee, grab the belt, palm up. I grab the legs, scoop them, post my hand on the mat, and I'm just going to do a hurdle stretch, and I'm going to squeeze. So this is going to stay tight with the arm. This is going to come back he usually has to let go. I either go directly back to the armbar, or if he's too fast for me, I go right back in to Judo Charlie. He's not getting out of this. Yes, clap, it's beautiful. Judo's so circular and beautiful. I love it so much. One more time, let me back to real quick. Real quick, you guys aren't going to do that. You're going to do the whole move. Practice perfectly. Come down, attack the wrist, grab my OP, my knees are tight and pinching, pop, fall towards the head. Number 2, come down, attack the wrist, the weakest point of the body, bring it across my leg, post on my leg, or post on my hand, scoop the head and hip in, take the arm. Third and final way, he's super tight, can't get anything, hand comes across, palm up, grab the belt, scoop the legs, post on the mat, tight here, I sit up, and squeeze. Now there's a lot of pressure here, man, he's not going anywhere. If he does, I'm going to break his arm. Just kidding. And if he does get out, and he does escape without me breaking his arm, I just go right back in to Judy. Get out of me. Okay? Try those 3 grip breaks. See how it goes. Ready? 1, 2. Actually, I don't love it. I hate it. So in the morning class, we have maybe 10 of us, 10 of the team force athletes. And Big Jim will say, all right, circle drill. And we all get in a circle. And literally, we run around and we push each other. And we have to go straight for our move right from there. And then he'll say, okay, stomachs. And we push each other. And we go around the circle and we do a drill where they fall on their stomachs. And then he says, okay, split the leg. And we do a drill where they fall on their backs. And we have to finish them from there. But we also do drills, we call them the 2-minute drills. And they are the bane of my existence. I'm so glad I never have to do a 2-minute drill ever again. And basically for 2 minutes, I just do juji over and over and over and over again as hard and as fast as I can. And then the other person goes, and then Big Jim says, okay, wrist series. And then I do a move from the wrist series. And then Big Jim says, okay, your favorite technique. And I do my favorite technique for 2 minutes. And then he says, okay, knee stomach. So they go to their knees, and they go to their stomach, and they go to their knees, and they go to their stomach. So over 20 minutes, you're drilling as hard and as fast as you can, transitioning into these moves. And we also do a lot of drills where Jimmy will say, okay, one person does a false attack. Oh, shitey, I'm rusty. And you just transition. Focus on getting from that point to this point as fast as you can properly. Yes?
In the Olympic final,
Yeah.
I looked at that technique over and over again, and it looked like it was part of the drill. She was on top of you, scooted out
Yep.
perfectly
Yep.
to go into your technique. Can you
Yeah, I can break it down. Yeah. So, first of all, Audrey is not very good at Newaza. She doesn't do Newaza very often, and I know that. And the Pedros always teach us that we need to be offensive from every position in Newaza. We need to be, as soon as we hit the mat, we need to be on them. We need to be after them. So, we literally just came in for a Zao. She sort of fell off the other side. Yep. When she fell off that side, this is a drill I've done literally probably a million times. I come in for the choke, to do a British type strangle. Maybe the choke is on her chin or whatever. So she posts her hand out because she doesn't want me to roll her. And I just come right onto the arm. And when I drill it, we drill it so that they roll. So I drill it here. Maybe I'm on his chin. As I roll, I come over to the arm. Over and over and over again.
It did look like it was so automatic, and I could see that.
That is literally the Pedros beating it into me. That's muscle memory. I mean that with a lot of love. Like, it is literally. Any other questions, you guys? No? Okay. If you want, grab a quick drink. We'll go over gripping. We'll go over one quick throw. And it's something that I truly believe. There are 4 things that set me apart from the rest of my competition. The first is my mentality. The second is my conditioning. The third is my Newaza, which we talked about. And the fourth is my gripping. If you go to Pedro's, there are 2 things, 3, all of those things. I'm basically just a Pedro robot now that I'm thinking about it. But especially gripping. You know, that's the first thing you learn when you walk into Pedro's, and it's the first thing you do in every match. So it's a very important strategy, especially when you go against people who have 50 bodies on the mat every night, and who are able to work on their technique at a much higher level with much higher level training partners all the time. Every little bit counts, and how you control the match with your gripping can help determine whether or not you lose. If Manny and I are equal levels, we're equal strength, we're equal size, we're equal skill, but I kill Manny's sleeve, Manny's not going to be able to throw me. So theoretically, I should win the match. I don't see those Iwasa, but Manny can be there, so. Manny loves gripping. Loves it. We're just going to go over some basics real quick. We're going to go over a throw. We really don't have that much time left. I'm sorry, I get excited about Iwasa. The object of gripping is to kill the sleeve. Everyone repeat after me. Kill the sleeve.
Kill the sleeve.
Yes, that is the object of gripping. We're only going to go over right v right, left v left. Okay, this righty versus lefty stuff, whole different ball game. Even I don't know what I'm doing. I do, but not really. So, in Judo, you bow, you take a step forward, and the ref says hajime. Now, if you're a righty, you're going to stay with your right foot forward. Your posture's going to be good. Your head's going to be up. Your back's going to be straight. Your shoulders are going to be back. And your hands are going to be up and at the ready. Now, if I'm fighting a right-sided player and his hands are up and it's here, first of all, gripping is not only about being offensive, but it's about angle. So maybe I can't just come straight here because he's going to get my sleeve at the same time. But all I have to do, circle, come under, two hands on one, kill the sleeve. Okay? That's the first drill. Bow, take a step, I'm going to circle, come under, two hands on one, kill the sleeve. Now, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this because we're all smart. We can do that. We know what that looks like. Sometimes my opponent keeps his hand back. And no matter how much I circle or move, I'm not able to get that sleeve. That doesn't mean I go here. Okay? Because then I'm going to be susceptible to be thrown. He's going to be able to come down my back. Other side. Because he doesn't want to get a penalty. Yep. And I'm going to be in danger. So I still want to control this side of the body. So instead of posting here, all I'm going to do is post with my left hand in his shoulder. Now I'm going to put my hand right in the meaty part of his shoulder, and I'm going to apply pressure, keeping my hand up and at the ready. When he reaches, I'm going to go back to step one. Okay? So I bow, I come out, I can't get the sleeve, I post here. I keep this hand up. His hand should never touch my feet. If it's here, it's too late. What if he's stronger than me? What if I can't? Audrey's stronger than me. If she gets his hand on my feet, I'm in trouble. Here, I grab the wrist. I don't grab the gi because then I have nothing to grab. So I post, grab the wrist, push it down and away, come under, two hands on one, get my grip. We're going to fast forward even more because we don't have a lot of time. You guys are very good learners. You can pick all this up. If I do step one, I get the sleeve. Then I do step two, I get the sleeve. 9 times out of 10, their reaction is going to be to grab my sleeve as I'm pushing this down. Now we're 50-50. I don't want to be 50-50. I want to be in control of this match. There are three ways that I break this grip. First, up, in, out. Second, I bring my hand in a C to his wrist, push down and away. And third, the most dangerous grip break, and you probably shouldn't do it unless you're ready to attack, I literally bring this across my body, and I just punch it right in, and then I go for an attack, usually, right off the rip. So, here's the drill. We're going to bow. I'm going to come, grab the sleeve, push it down and away. Manny's going to grab my sleeve. I'm going to do the 3 grip breaks. Here. Now I'm going to do it again. Manny's going to keep his hand back. I'm going to post. He reaches. Down and away. He grabs my sleeve. I'm going to do the 3 grip breaks. Now it's Manny's turn. Okay, he did the grip breaks. Now it's his turn again. Okay, make it up. That's good. And you get the point. Everybody do those 3 grip breaks. Practice controlling that side of the body. Even if you don't kill the sleeve, you control that side of the body until you kill the sleeve. Do it a couple times each, then we'll go over the throat. Ready, set, go. Sort of going through like the crash feel free to ask. We're all learning here. Everybody's got it? Oh, yes. That's it. Ogoshi! Okay, I'm going to go over back to the throw then. Typically when I do Ogoshi, the majority of the women that I fight are left-sided. So, and they're also usually bigger than me. Maybe bigger than me, right everybody? So they tend to come here. And when you're in this position, your hips become very valuable to you. So really, it's a basic Ogoshi. There's nothing crazy about it. I do also practice it from killing this hand, coming here, and bringing it around behind. But the keys to Ogoshi are, when I'm doing the Ogoshi, I either do it from the lapel or from the sleeve. Usually lapel is what I'm able to get on the lefty. The Kazushi, it's very important to remember that it's not just this hand, but this back hand is also doing work. So this is going like this, and this is going like this. I'm pulling with both hands. Step one, I bring my feet across, and I'm going to bring my hips. I over-exaggerate when I practice the throw. So I bring my hips as far across as I can get them. Because I know in competition, I'm probably not going to be able to get my hips all the way in. But the more I over-exaggerate it, the closer I'm going to get to perfect. So pulling up, lifting up, bringing this foot over and across. Step two, I bring my hips and I exaggerate it, trying to keep my back straight, bending my knees, not my back. And step three, I extend, bend, and turn. Now, I either do Ogoshi, or if they are shorter than me, and I do have this sleeve killed, a lot of times I'll come for Koshiguruma. And it's the exact same steps. 1, 2, 3. And through the years, I've learned that a lot of times, if I do Ogoshi, people will hip in or they'll try to step around. So as I come in, if they're stepping around, other way, like you would step, yep, like a lefty, yep, well, sort of, okay.
Not like this.
I know. Here, if they're stepping around my Ogoshi, I can do Kouchi. So the important thing to remember is Ogoshi is my base. Ogoshi is my big throw. I love to do it. But you have to develop things around your throw. You should have a throw in this direction, this direction, this direction, and this direction. So Ogoshi is my favorite one. So, one more time. Here, pulling up and in. I bring my toe across. I exaggerate my hips. Bring them as far across as I can get them, keeping my back straight. Extend, bend, and turn. Any questions?
I see you not grabbing the belt.
I don't grab a belt because in judo competition, if you hold this for 3 seconds, then you go and attack. I think it's 10 seconds.
No, it's immediate. Immediate. If you hold it without attacking immediately.
That's why I don't grab the belt. Immediately.
That's Surigoshi then.
Yep.
Do you prefer to have the left hand on the lapel, or do you do it from the sleeve?
Well, typically, in a judo competition, what usually happens is either I kill this, and I come to here, so I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. I have multiple attacks from this grip. Or, I don't kill that sleeve, I get out gripped, and I'm in this position. Now, if they have my sleeve, I have no problem coming over and grabbing the sleeve. But it's very, very important to remember that I'm not here. I'm not on the side pushing him away. If they're going to outgrip me, they're going to be sorry that they outgripped me. So I'm going to grab in the middle of their back, and I'm going to suck them in. And I'm going to make them feel actually uncomfortable for coming to this position with me. Because this is where I win. So you can grab the sleeve. I usually only grab the sleeve if they grab mine.
What if you bend your knees to get over?
Yeah?
He feels like a little bend for you.
Like he's just waiting. So then usually the first time I do Ogoshi, and then the second time I either go like this, or I do this. Or if he's really sitting, I do this. But this one is the most yes?
Can you extend? Are you focusing on extending him, or like are you elongating yourself?
some reason, you know, they're able to keep you away. I'm not gonna repeat to you, but to keep to
I mean,
really.
if they're wicked stiff,
Yeah, I know you can go. You can go to Sasai on that side,
Yeah.
but if you wanted to insist upon it, is there a technical way, you know, without using too much muscle to really get it in there?
the only technical way is you can change the steps. So you can snap the shoulder up and step this way.
Yeah, that works.
That's more advanced though, so we don't need to go.
So you left step instead of right step.
Yep, just snap the shoulder.
Did you do it again?
So he's got that. Snap the shoulder up, step left.
That's slick.
Whee! At this time, we only have a couple minutes. Well, we actually have no minutes left. But if you guys want to ask any questions about the Olympics,